Something not like you. And he is about to come to a stop right about 900 feet. He's pulling off the racing surface to the wall. We have a motorcycle motionless out here next to the wall, about 900 foot down the track. He's going to need help getting that bike off the racetrack. Hopefully there's no leakage of any kind. He's checking out the bike right now to make sure there is. So we're on the racing surface. This big indicator, I want to take a moment and say thank you to the sponsors who are helping us for live broadcast this weekend. They will go live right after 12 noon-ish with Motormania TV taking care of that. If you tell your friends and family back home to log in to motormaniatv.com, they'll be able to find it. Our thanks to the West Side Twins, Circle M Ranch, Johnny Mancuso and Company, White Lightning Racing, thank you, Sam White. Chris Stewart, Top Fuel Harley Racing, they are supporting the broadcast as well. And Baker Drivetrain, thank you, Mr. Burt. And Sandy Long, Arms and Ammo, we thank you. Concession stand is open. If you're hungry, make your way over there.
I've got to talk over the music, so I'm going to have to talk constantly. Because if I push the mute button on my phone, sometimes it won't. The sound won't come back on. It kills the microphone and it won't come back on. So if they're playing music, I have to just talk constantly and hope that I cover up the music sound. And at least it's quiet right now.
I want to say thank you to our 2024 champions. And wish you all well in your points chases this year. Top Fuel, Jay Turner made that happen last year for the Top Fuel bikes. In the Nitro 40 bike class, Cameron Gunter.
Hello, Angry Patriot. Nice to see you. I got two people in here, but Angry Patriot said hi.
In Pro Mod last year, which is now Outlaw class.
I am in Michigan. I am at the 131, US 131. Here we go. Here we go. Absolutely. And we have a little delay because there's a bike stuck down on the dragway. They're trying to get it moved or at least assessed. They don't want any oil on the track, obviously. He's right down there. He was in the left lane and he just came to a stop. So they're kind of servicing him, or at least acknowledging that he's having some trouble, and going to triage that situation. We've got some bikes here waiting to go out there. Good deal. I don't know Michigan much. I've been to Michigan a couple of times, but I've only been through Michigan.
Catch everybody up on what's happening here right now.
I've not been to Michigan. So to
track
speak.
staff out there right now.
You got to come over.
With a broken motorcycle that has come to a stop safely adjacent to the left wall.
Oh, let's see. Hello, Pat.
No
Joker,
visible,
Jake. That's it. PWC. Jake. Hi, Jake.
Other than the bike lost power and was
Sorry.
safely shut down.
I'm having a hard time seeing my screen. I
They're
apologize.
gonna,
Small letters and bad eyes.
Might need a little assistance in doing that.
So the font size is pretty small in the text.
But obviously, there's no leakage involved.
And we got a biker off the bike. He's walking up, going to check out what's going on. I'm hoping they don't turn the music on
There's
again.
party company out there checking out the racetrack. Martin Mechanical is in the house this weekend.
I finally got your name right, Jake. Thank you.
Been a lot of races already.
No, seriously, Angry Patriot, you ought to consider coming on over, or up, or wherever you are. Come over to the racing. They're just doing test and tune right now. So I believe they're starting qualifying. Boys, do you remember when that is changed to? Because they extended test and tune for half an hour. I've got the schedule on my phone. I can't look it up right now. Yeah, well, I don't know when qualifying is starting. Yours is pretty blurry though, huh, kiddo? I'm talking to one of my little helpers here. Jake, I'm awesome. I had a pretty good night's sleep last night. We're in the motorhome. And my husband is down he's probably in the staging lanes right now. I'll give a little swing and show you guys the staging lanes. Angry Patriot, it is just motorcycles all weekend. Oh, sorry, kid, I just stepped on his toes. That's rude. At least I'm wearing flip-flops. He's wearing Crocs, so it wasn't quite as damaging as it could have been. Okay, so got the staging lanes kind of stacked up here, waiting for the track to be open again. Like I said, they're just assessing whatever happened down the track a bit ago. I'll be here all weekend. I'll do lives as much as I can. I can't always do a live if the music is really loud in the background, obviously. I had to quit my live earlier. Got the rescue guys there ready to help out. Most likely it would be something like heat related if there is a problem at the starting line. Although it is beautiful today. I'm thinking it's in the low 70s, maybe mid 70s. With a cool breeze blowing. That rain last night really brought in some cooler weather. So it looks like they're moving the bike off the track. They're dragging it back down behind a mule or something. It's a John Deere four-wheeler of some sort. But yeah, we're just doing motorcycles. Now, I shouldn't say that no cars will show up, because sometimes some of the local teams or some of the teams from out of town, if there's going to be a big race here with cars, they'll bring it to the track and maybe they rent a few minutes time and they'll be able to run it. That's what happened, I want to say last week at NHRA in Bristol. The week before that, they were running some local motors. Actually, they were running, I think it was AHDRA motorcycle races, and they ended up allowing one of the cars that was going to be racing the following week. So it was 2 weeks ago at the AHDRA event in Bristol at the Thunder Valley Raceway. This car came and it ran several passes, and they were just getting ready for the following week, which was NHRA. That was a lot of fun. I've got quite a few videos from the NHRA last week at Bristol and 2 weeks ago from the AHDRA. Okay, hi, Swoosh.
And that motorcycle that was disabled on the waste surface is now being towed back.
Angry Patriot, my husband is a chaplain with Racers for Christ, and he does have a drag bike, but he's not racing it. He's doing chaplain duties, so he's praying with the racers before they go out. Here we go. That's a kind of a, I don't want to say a bad thing, but that's got to be heartbreaking to be taken off the track like that when you've been spending so much time and money on your machine and it just has a catastrophic breakdown. That's really sad. But he's got time. He's got plenty of time. He's got a few hours to get things together before qualifying, so hopefully they'll figure that out. And the nice thing about the racing community is if you don't have a part, you're pretty sure someone nearby has a part. Oh, we're going to see some burnouts. There we go. Those were baby burnouts. Okay. Kids, now's a good time to put your earplugs in. Already done. Oh, you got yours in already? Good job. Okay. Don't lose them. I got the wrong picture of. You're going to want them all day. Here we go. We're ready. Now they're looking at the tree. I see the amber light. Now the green light's on. And don't cross that line, guys. Okay, I'm going to scan out a little bit.
1011 and 1097 on that respect.
You put yourself on film.
Put
yourself right on there.
I
tried to go around you, but I couldn't.
Tempo. There was no disturbance in the racing surface of any kind.
Okay, guys.
So that is certainly a plus.
Now there's a dedicated fan down there in his wheelchair. That's awesome.
Hi, Mr. Groves in the left lane and the right lane in Bryson Creek.
They've got really good ramps here up to the grandstands. They're slip resistant. They got good grip. They're nice. Okay, here we go. Oh, we got a burnout. And I missed it. Okay, that's my favorite thing is the burnout. I mean, I like seeing the winners circle after the races, but I really like the burnouts. That's a beautiful bike. That's a nice one. Check that out. You can tell I like bright colors.
Starting to see some of the new bars lights appearing out.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, that turnout.
1020 on that pass.
Angry Patriot, this is American motorcycle racing. We do see Harleys, we see some Indians. Lately, though, I've seen some metrics, and I think they're running different classes. And I shouldn't say I see it at AMRA, I see it at AHDRA, which is All Harley Drag Racing Association. They do have some metrics that show us. Well, I will say this. The reason for test and tune is to get back in the groove. You want to be able to read that tree perfectly. You want a really good reaction time. You want your bike to be perfect. So right here is where we work out the bugs and we work on our timing. So test and tune is super, super important. So we're here to see some mistakes. And that's okay. I'll tell you what, when my husband was doing, I think it was just test and tune. He did a wheelie, a one-handed wheelie. And that's when he realized he can't race his drag bike until he has surgery on his hands or arms. He's had surgery in the past that made things worse. So he's now in physical therapy, and hopefully physical therapy will fix it. But if not, he'll have to have surgery. But doing a one-handed wheelie on a drag bike isn't fun. It was a moment. I'll tell you that. It was a moment. I don't think anybody got it recorded, which I wish I had been there to record it.
Stand by.
And I would encourage him to get a wheelie bar. I know there's a wheelie bar for sale. It's $300. Maybe I'll be able to encourage him to get a wheelie bar. Like that guy down there has. Check that out. 40 people in here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I really don't care. All of it is interaction. And if I'm ignoring chat, I apologize. I've got my phone right up in my face so you can hear what's being done. There's a prayer going up to God right there on the orange bike. That's awesome to see. Hey, Derek. I would tell you what kind of bike my husband races, but I actually don't know because he's just starting at it. But I should know, right? It's a Harley. It's not a standard big twin type like we're looking at right there. It's not a bagger. It might be a Buell. I don't know. It's a funky design. I don't think they make it anymore. Okay. They laid down some rubber. That was good. I should know what model my husband has as a drag bike, but I really don't pay attention. I think we have 6 or 7 Harleys. Don't forget to hit the like. We got 55 people in here. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. If you don't like drag racing, you won't like this. I will be here all weekend, and that's all I'm going to show. But if you like motorcycle drags, go ahead and subscribe and then hit the bell for all notifications because I go live throughout the day. Okay. Okay, let me ask my assistants here. What time are we starting our stuff? Do you guys remember? Is it 12:30 or 1:30 or 2? What time? 2:30. Okay, I'll be going live at 2:30 at the scales. There won't be any races then. I will actually be down at the scales because I weigh the pro fuel bikes after they do their runs. So I'll be live then, and I could possibly turn around and show after the drags. I might be able to do some of the top fuel at the end of the quarter mile. So that's where I'm going to be. They're only racing 1/8 mile, but I'll be down at the end of the quarter mile. They take all that time to slow down. So if you want to be with me live, I do have to leave as soon as they call the fuel classes to the staging lanes. I have to leave. I'll go live by way of the staging lane so you guys can see the fuel bikes, but I've got to be at the scale when the pro fuel comes off the track to get weighed, and then these bikes, I tell you what, these bikes have a mind of their own sometimes. You hit that throttle a little too hard, a little too soon, and you go up. That's got to be scary. I've never popped a wheelie on a motorcycle. I never want to. I imagine it makes your heart drop. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll confess right now, a lot of my content is farm and ranch related as far as our goats and our ducks go. I've got some foraging content because I do quite a bit of foraging for fun, obviously. I don't forage for survival, but I feel like if I were in a survival situation, I would last a little bit longer than my friends.
Always Gucci Valley Racing Letters.
Only because I know what's edible. At least I try to educate myself about what's edible and what's poisonous in my surroundings. No. We have 65 acres of forest in northeast Tennessee, and I like to explore it and do different things. We've got a house in town where I've got, you can check out my videos with the baby robins. There's a nest right outside our front door, and we've got some baby robins being raised by their parents right outside our front door. And that's our house in town. And then we go out to the ranch property. So most of my content is definitely ranch related, but on the weekends, it's drag race related, and usually it's motorcycle drags. Oh, that's a nice burnout. That's nice. I like that. Last weekend was NHRA drag racing, so I got quite a bit of the cars in. I didn't do a whole lot. It was really hot, like so hot. And I was there mostly as support for my husband, so I wasn't really spending a lot of time at the track, but I did get some footage of the top cars and bikes. That was fun.
Motorcycle on the right lane,
Had some smokeless burnouts there. Just get the tires a little bit heated up. I don't know how tacky the track is, but I can't check it because I'm wearing flip-flops and I would walk right out of my sandals if I went out there. I know that. I've never done a walk the dragway event. I almost always show up at these tracks in flip-flops, and they won't let anyone with flip-flops out there. That was a good one. This is just test and tune, ladies and gentlemen. There's no racing going on. These are gentlemen and ladies that are getting familiar again with the tree. They're just kind of working out their kinks, making sure everything is dialed in perfectly. Okay, I see a motorcycle that looks like my husband's, so I think it's doing a burnout right now.
Whether or not they are warming up for a time trial, that remains to be seen. We're getting on with our program here.
I could be 100% wrong, but it seems like that orange bike looks a lot like my husband's bike. He bought it one day. I didn't even know he was, well, did I know he was buying it? No, that's not like his. Never mind. I knew he was buying it. That's right. But I'd never seen it. The tree's getting lit up. Oh, that red light. Someone jumped off a little bit too soon, got a red light, so that's something to work on.
To all the racers who are doing a wonderful job. They want you to water coming out.
Negative? I'm sorry, what? The red light gives negative? Yeah, they don't even bother.
We got a pair across the finish line. We got our next pair of staging. Everybody's in concert. This will move the program very well today.
Another red light. It gives you a penalty. I saw a red light. I don't know why they gave me a time. Yeah. Yeah, they can get. I don't know how the tree works. I just know when I see a red light, it's not a good thing. I mean, I know how the tree works. The lights start. I've seen a few different type trees, but they're all basically the same.
So the magnet,
We got 2 green lights on that run, so that was good. It's weird to see 2 red lights in a row, especially in the same lane.
So when 1090 class comes up here.
Guys, just so you know, I will ask my husband what model bike he's racing because I really don't know. The only thing I really care about is the one I'm in love with, and that's the 98 Dyna White bike, and it's not a race bike.
In the lanes, you're looking good out there. No matter how many bikes come around and pull it back up, they just can't run away.
We're racing 1/8 mile, so you're going to see the time up nice and quick.
They are rocking and rolling up.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if you're into drag racing. This is it.
Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in the Breezeway at the concession stand over on the pit side. Thanks to Mr. Dave Fernandez and the RMC crowd. Keeping them faith, keeping them going.
Hey, there's a gold light on the tree, and we're getting ready to jump. Another gold light. Oh, that's the most backfiring I've heard. Those were nice burnouts. I like that helmet. That blue helmet, you like that? That is a bright helmet. Check that out. Has it got lights on it? No. Or is it painted? Okay, so he's got painted engine parts. You can see that there. Some of his bike is painted blue. 6812. This is the Sportsman class. For those of you who don't know, I haven't. I haven't seen any fuel bikes in the staging lanes, but you know what? I'm not sure if they ran the fuel bikes earlier. Maybe they ran them first because the track was perfect. And I wasn't part of that. I was in the motorhome during the beginning of Test and Tune, so they might have had some fuel bikes. I saw some headed toward the staging lanes when I was walking back toward the motorhome. Oh, we got a bike that's going really, really slowly down the track. They've got to check and make sure it didn't drop any fluids. They're looking for obviously oil, gasoline, and transmission fluids. Or water, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know that these have any kind of water in them.
Scott Thompson was getting ready to run his bagger down there. He was in the left lane behind the bike that just had an issue.
It's a good day here. I like that they're flying the Canadian flag, being so close to, I'll say it, Canada. Canada, silly me.
Unfortunately, if you're on the right lane, lights hard on that side, well.
Hello, Hector from Puerto Rico. Welcome.
But the motorcycle that had issues in the left lane is making its way out of the racing surface, as well as the track service vehicle.
The bike is gone off the track, and I don't see anybody rushing down there to do any maintenance. So I'm going to say it didn't drop any fluid. And if it dropped any parts, they picked them up and took them with them. So that's good. I've heard of chains breaking. In fact, one of the juniors 2 weeks ago, the chain broke right at the starting line. Mama ran out and picked it up real quick, and they moved the bike back to their pit area and got it fixed up for the next run. I don't remember if that was in qualifying or if it was in semifinals, but I know that they were a little disappointed and surprised when the chain came off. That was the AHDRA juniors. Yeah, but the music isn't loud enough that the microphone will pick it up, so that's good. Okay, we got the track maintenance vehicle coming back down, and that means they're going to start racing as soon as he or she gets off the track. Not going real fast. It's kind of hard to watch a regular vehicle after watching drag racing. I feel like we should have the Jeopardy theme going right now. There we go. Okay, 85 people in here. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Our bikes are ready to go. 2 on the starting line. 2 getting ready to do their burnouts. They've got track personnel down there for the burnouts, spraying water on the track.
We are on the racing service. And we have 2 bikes ready to stage and get headed down there.
If you know people that like drag racing, go ahead and share this. Get them in here because I'll be here during the whole Test and Tune. And then I've got to go down. Up the burnouts over here. We did have a red light in the right lane. That's the 3rd red light I've noticed. They just have to get a little bit better, and that's okay. We're in Test and Tune, so it's expected that they're going to make some mistakes. I am not out there doing this. I know it's hard. I don't know how hard it is, but I know I couldn't do it, so I'm not going to give them any flack. How's that?
And next year,
I like that blue bike.
They make their way down to 1320.
Yeah, go ahead and share it with your friends who like motorcycle drag races, or if you want them to like motorcycle drag races, this is just test and tune. That's when the motorcycle riders and crews are getting their bikes ready for the big race. We're in the Sportsman bikes right now. That's the class that's up here, and they've got a whole bunch of different divisions, I guess you would say. They're not racing each other. That bike down there just kind of went kaput. Started up again. That's good. The burnout makes me nervous. The idea of doing a burnout makes me very nervous. I've never done one on purpose. I don't know that I've ever actually done a burnout on a motorcycle. Why does it make you nervous? It makes me nervous because it's a loss of control, because the tire is the tire loses traction, so it gets a little loosey-goosey, and I don't like that at all. I don't like the idea of doing a burnout. Just scares me. I'll look at the chat if you guys want to tell me where you're watching from. I've had people from all over the world checking this out. You want to let me know where you are? I know we've got Puerto Rico in the house. Looks like two green lights to me. It's hard for me to see the lights from here. If I was over a little further to the left, I could see the lights, but I would miss the burnouts because I'd be. That's what my husband's bike looks like right there. So what is that? What kind of Harley was that, guys? 99 people in the chat. That's awesome. Welcome. Tell me where y'all are from. That motorcycle back there was what my husband has as a race bike.
Hot Street, sponsored by Axel Cylinders. Street Bagger, sponsored by Thunderbanks. Cup Eliminated 1030 class, sponsored by Benchmark Excavating out of Bay City, Pennsylvania. Somebody asked 99.
Finland, you're from Sushi Land, aren't you?
Sponsoring 990 class.
Sushi and his team are not here this weekend. I don't know where they're racing. I think he's somewhere in Europe.
Eliminated class. 1150. That is sponsored by
And Sushi has met our big dog, Chaos. I guess he's a dog person. He says he loves dogs, so when he's on the road traveling, he likes to see the dogs. So he gives some love on my dog at the finish line one time.
North Carolina, and the left lane, he is crouched like a viper ready to strike.
Yeah, that guy that's crouched like a viper. He didn't do a wheelie. He threw his weight forward and he didn't do a wheelie. That's probably what I would do. I would be totally plastered to the gas tank. Closer to God than I've ever been if I was on a drag bike. Tim Films, are you a film producer? That was respectable.
So
Oh no, I think it's Samu that's from Finland, isn't it? Sushi's not from Finland. Samu then. Samu's the one that loved on my dog.
Trish Miller of Crazy Miller Racing.
I should know what I'm saying before I say it. Either way, neither one of them are here. Working on their reaction time. That's a good idea. We didn't see a red light, did we? They both, yeah, I thought so. They had pretty slow reaction times, which I would probably do the same. I would probably kill it, like I would just kill the bike.
It's late racing is in the house. Hannah Chandler making her way up to the start for her first practice hit of the day. Her and Jimmy have been a fixture in AMRA racing for probably close to a decade now. Certainly in the last 5-6 years I've been associated with the organization. I've watched them race and race hard. And they bring it. They bring it hard every race.
Got a lady rider there on the blue bike.
If you beat Heather on that starting line, you had to earn it. She doesn't just give it away.
Napa sponsor, that's
She's
awesome.
a great racer. We have many great racers at the AMRA. Once the 330 bar came about, something was right. Heather got out of the throttle on that. She began to watch it carefully. Something wasn't quite right. So Heather was slow roller in the right lane. I do believe that motorcycle has enough energy to get to the turn off. We'll see. We're hoping.
That was Heather. Her bike is having some issues. So her assistant, I don't know what the relationship is. He's heading down there to check out what happened. Not happy about it. I don't blame him. That's tough when your motorcycle has an issue. But this is the time to find out during testing too.
Heather is rolling wide right now so that she can make the turn.
She lost power. Sounds like.
And she has cleared the racing surface.
They're going to be busy in the pits getting her back up and running.
So we can now proceed. The bikes are now staged.
That is really pretty. Check out that sparkle. You can't see it on here, but that's got, I would say a 70s to 80s gold flat. Good run, no red lights. I'll try to find that gold bike in the pits and get some closer video of it, because that's a pretty cool looking bike. Very reminiscent of the lowriders in the late 70s and early 80s. With all that gold glitter and sparkle.
I'm gonna go take a picture of the qualification thing on the schedule.
Okay. You can go over to the trailer and ask Julia if you can take a picture of it or get another sketch. Go to the AMRA trailer where we were earlier and ask Julia if you can please get a schedule. He's going to go get a schedule so that he can take a picture of it so he knows what time and everything. Okay, we got one bike on the starting line. We're close to it anyway. I think that's the only one that's going to run this pass. We're seeing some returning bikes. I believe I've seen that orange bike before. That happens. Multiple runs. We've got a bike that decided to stop running over here. Where is it? Right there. Maybe it'll... I guess he just had to push it back. If he was off the bike pushing it, I don't know what happened. He's good now. Getting ready to do his burnout. Waiting for the all clear, stretching out his back. I don't blame him. Now, some of these riders are in canvas pants or, like blue jeans, which I guess is considered canvas. And I don't know why. I'd want to be in full leather. I don't like the idea of road rash. Personally, obviously, you never want to hit the road. I got that. I mean, that's not your goal, right? But stuff happens. I'd rather be covered in leather than just in canvas. I guess we got a little bit of a break. What is going on here? Let's see. I'll see if I can see anything. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. They're running the music, so I'm going to have to talk over the music because I don't want to get a strike, a copyright strike, because they're playing music in the background. At least it's not super loud. I apologize. I'm just going to talk, and try to keep it drowned out. I've also got my hands over the microphone, so it won't be so easy for my phone to pick it up. I got something going on. Let's see. They got the John Deere moving down a little ways. I don't see anybody on the track. Maybe somebody saw something or gave a call and said, hey, there's something going on. That's not what's going on. What is happening here? Track maintenance is important. I'm not sure what's, oh, they found a little something on the track. Okay, you know what? Stuff happens. My husband lost a shifter on a road one time. I don't know if we were in Idaho or Montana. No, it wasn't Montana. I think it was Idaho. Anyway, he lost a shifter. Didn't even know he lost it until he tried to shift. I actually don't know what they found on the road, but parts do fall off the bikes. Grandpa lost a shifter one time when we were riding out in the middle of nowhere. He looked in his rearview mirror and I wasn't there, so he went to downshift to turn around and come and get me. And he couldn't downshift. I don't know what he did. He ended up back where I was. Maybe he hand shifted. I don't know. But I had his shifter. I stopped and picked it up and had to go catch up with him. He came headed my way. So they're just heading down the track looking for parts. Now, it's possible that bike that was broken down in the left lane a little while ago got to their pit and realized they were missing some parts. So he's going down the track to look for them. And he's obviously finding things because he's bending over and picking things up. So I don't know. You don't want to hit something when you're going over 100 miles an hour. You got the schedule. Good deal. Is it the original, kiddo? Okay, let's see. I'll put it on here. So this is the original, and we've just changed it by a half hour, right? Okay, so this is the schedule for everybody here.
Which ones do you need to go to?
Saturday. I need to go to
You have to go there too.
Fuel Pro classes. So 2, 4:30, and 6:30. I will be live at the scales. I'll be weighing the Pro Fuel bikes. Thank you, kiddo. Appreciate that. You can fold that up maybe and put it in your pocket, and then we'll have it later. Looks like they got all the parts that were on the racetrack. Good deal. On the dragway, I should say. Nope, he found another one. Yeah, that would be kind of disheartening to get all the way down to your pit and realize you're missing parts. Then you're going in your backtracking. You're trying to find them on the return lane. They're not there, so then you know you left them on the raceway. Then you got to send somebody out with the right shoes on, right? He's got to have shoes that won't come off when he walks. So he's not wearing Crocs and he's not wearing flip-flops. He's wearing real shoes. If you were here, you'd be able to hear how tacky that track is. When he's going real slow, you can hear the tires pulling against the rubber. Okay, the track is safe. Everybody's going to be safe. We're going to get things started here. Fire up the bikes. You've got track workers down there that spray the water on the staging lane there, so they can do a wet burnout.
Hi, back to the racing action out here on the 1320.
We're in Michigan at US 131 Motorsports Park.
Michigan Nitro Nationals.
Michigan Nitro Nationals.
Up to 11:30.
I don't know what that was, but it looked good to me. That last run. And the burnout looked good too.
Out on that surface right now, we got Chris Ussery, Bulldog Racing in the left lane. Right lane, I'm pretty sure I saw Kimberly DeShields roll past me. Tighten Dan Ford out there, giving a little assist as she gets ready to stage. Chris Ussery, Bulldog Racing. On the right lane. Kimberly on the top end, 944. 537.
Go ahead and share this live feed with any friends you have that like drag racing or motorcycle drags. I'll be here through all of Test and Tune, and then I'll be posting it.
Another member of the Dan Ford.
And then I will be watching some of the qualifying. There's that bright red bike again. I'll be here for some of the qualifying for the Sportsman classes, and then as soon as they call the Pro Fuel bikes, I have to head down to the scales, so I'll be going live down at the scales.
You went 10, 12, and 127.
And the only thing I do there is I weigh the Pro Fuel bikes. So it's a lot of downtime, a lot of talking. I don't really have a good view of the track usually. I'm behind that barrier there. That was a good burnout in the right lane. I like that.
114. So if that racer is headed for the 1150 index class.
Very 90s colors on this rider here. Check that out. Those bright colors, very 90s. Are those back in? I think they might be. I think so. The colors on that bike there, the teal and the orange and reds and all, that's very, very 1990s.
Bagging in the right lane. That's a horsepower of 20. And then 995 at 147. 147 is a big mile an hour for that bike. Watch out, baby. Anytime you see a high 9 bike without
Oh, something happened. I don't know what happened. That bike is going really slow. Yeah,
not sure why.
that was
Keep an eye on that roller.
that was sad. Okay, there's a Dyna White Glide down there in the left lane. That is my favorite model. I love the Dyna White Glide. Bike number 110. Got bike 44 in the right lane. Looks like that is, it's got the Dyna flare on the rear fender, but you don't have to scoot back. I got you. That's the first time I've seen that Dyna White Glide. I usually see it a lot in Test and Tune, like constantly. It just goes round constantly.
The white?
The Dyna White Glide that just went down in the left lane, I usually see that rider and bike quite a bit.
Oh.
That's the first time I've noticed it in Test and Tune today. I might have just missed it, but that bike always stands out to me. I love it. Hey, Moco, you really think that's what happened? You feel like it blew a cam? I didn't follow it. And there's a lot of background noise, so I really didn't hear it, and I wouldn't know what it was anyway. It would have blown cam, caused any kind of oil or anything on the track because they didn't slow down racing. So hopefully there's nothing out there. A little bit of air there. That's why I don't drag race. That's a burnout. Come on now. A little bit of smoke, not a lot. There's one guy, he always lays down a lot of rubber. I mean, he just paints it. He just goes back and forth and back and forth. And I haven't seen him. I saw him 2 weeks ago. I forget where we were. North Carolina, I guess. It is a great day. We're at Test and Tune right now. And the wind is, they're going into a slight headwind. I don't know what it is. I'm going to guess it's under 15 miles an hour. It's not really all that much. But look at the flags. That's what they've got going on.
Well maintained.
The thing that scares me is the side winds. Here's the guy I was just talking about. Look at that. He just laid down all that rubber. That's the guy I was talking about. He's got an FAFO bike, which is hilarious. Got that bright orange helmet and the black and white stripes. You can't miss him. You can't miss him. I wouldn't know what he looked like in real life. I think it says jailbreak on the bike, but I could be wrong. Does it? And it's an Indian. I've seen him in the winner's circle a few times. What's funny? Oh gosh. Okay, let's check this out. A little bit of nature. Oh, wow. That was a breeze. That was a blast of wind right there. Now it's windy. Not super windy. That was a dragonfly just trying to not get blown off the bleachers by the wind. And it lost because a big old burst of wind came and it flew. It's over to my right now. Yeah, Jailbreak always lays down a really good burnout, and he finishes really well. He's a really good rider. If anyone out there is close to us, come on over for the races, or down if you're up in Canada, northern Michigan. Come on down. Come on up. We drove 12 hours from Northeast Tennessee to get here. We're camping here. Really nice. We got electrical. We don't have water. That makes us a little nervous. We got 4 people in the motorhome. Oh, that's a good burnout. No, you can't just get water. I mean, we'd have to move the whole motorhome to go get it. We thought they had showers here. They don't. So we're using the public restrooms most of the time. Not public, but, the racetrack restrooms. But there's no shower facilities. So that's unfortunate. And no water. We have water in our tank, so we're good. It's been a nice time here. And today, like I said, it's just gorgeous. It's got to be in the 70s with a breeze blowing. It was so stinking hot yesterday and the day before. We've been here almost an hour. Hey, thank you to the 6 of you who gave me the thumbs up. If you like motorcycle drag racing, go ahead and subscribe. You only have to check me out on the weekends. Hit the bell if you want all notifications. Locomoco, they are charging. Yes. In fact, got my wristband. I believe that says I'm a camper because it's orange. I'm seeing other orange right there. But I don't know how much it is. And it might just be that they're charging for parking too. I really don't know. We came in. There's a green one. That might be a racing team. Or that might just be a spectator. Oh, okay. I recognize him.
Local racer Stephen Lacey in the right lane getting ready to take a pass right now.
I recognize the guy in the yellow pants, but I don't know why. He's what?
In the mutants.
Oh, he's one of the mutants? Okay. Maybe I just recognize him because I weigh him and his bike sometimes. I don't know.
Farwell. 935 and 141.
So I'm gonna guess
Jimmy Bakery and
that green is spectators.
out there watching things very carefully.
I'm looking for more wristbands.
Texas continues.
It can't be too much money because we paid $50 for our campsite per night. And there are 4 of us and we all got a wristband. And we have electrical hookup. So to be a spectator can't be too much money. I think it's worth it. I believe an HRA last weekend when I looked was $120 for a ticket on Sunday. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking I remember. And I didn't end up watching the races on Sunday because it was so expensive for a ticket. I just stayed at the motorhome.
Newton Motors changes in the right lane. It's made by 104. He's getting ready to knock that hammer.
That shirt right there is from Rockingham, and we were just there 2 weeks ago, and I believe he was too.
Roller in the left lane has got some pretty good kinetic energy there. Should make that turn out, but I'm too much trouble.
That was a nice burnout, that red bike.
Paco Cartwright is in the right lane with the Newton Motors stand, getting ready to stage his bike. Left lane slow roller is off that racing, so we are ready to rock and roll here.
Okay, let's see.
Paco Cartwright.
He's the only one running, I guess.
With Newton Motors power underneath him.
See if I can stay with him.
Yeah, looking to make some moves.
Okay, the light is on the tree. We've got it. There we go.
He goes 10:09:132.
Very good.
Dwayne, you watching carefully on the right side over there with Scotty.
Thanks for the thumbs up to the 8 people who gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. You can share this video with friends if they are into motorcycles or motorcycle drag racing.
Yes, we are.
And let them know. Or if you just want to make someone mad. You want to get your buddy in trouble, send him some drag racing videos so his wife can nag at him about the drag racing. You think that's funny? We're at test and tune. This is not qualifying. Right here, this is all about what's in your head and what's between your legs. It's just you and that bike.
So
doing the best you can.
We are no longer bringing people up for time trials. We're getting ready to.
Okay, we're going to be going to the drivers' meeting now, and then we're going to do qualifying.
Remember our normal Saturday Sportsman and
I may have to leave you soon. I'm not going to go to the meeting. Unless you guys want to go to the meeting, give me a thumbs up if you want me to go to the drivers' meeting, the riders' meeting. If I see 10 thumbs up, I'll go ahead and go over there. So give me a thumbs up if that's what you want to do. There are 79 people in here. If I see 10 thumbs up, I'll head over to the riders' meeting and you guys can hear what they have to say. If not, I won't. I will. I see 1 thumbs up. Good deal. I will have to end the live feed and then come back again. 2 thumbs up. Come on, you gave me 2 thumbs up. Look at you. Look at you. Oh no, that's just 1. There's a smiley face and then there's a thumbs up. I'm sorry. I accused you of giving me 2 thumbs up. I need some more of y'all to give me thumbs up. I can't see real well. I've got some glasses on that kind of affect my vision. I think I'm going to take these dark glasses back and just put on a hat. Keep the sun out of my eyes with a hat instead of with my dark glasses. Okay, the wheelchair guy also has a green wristband on, so I'm going to say green is spectator only. Let's look at that schedule. I'm going to look at the schedule and see if it has prices on it. There's that gold flecked motorcycle again. That thing is pretty. Okay? Now, I know I've been in trouble before for calling guys' bikes pretty. In fact, I've made a few guys kind of upset. By telling them they have a pretty bike. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the schedule. Do you guys see any prices except for the $50 tech cards? That's all I see as far as the price goes. We're not on Friday anymore. I really don't see it.
I don't see it.
I don't see anything. Okay, so we've got the writers' meeting going on now. They've got music in the background. So guess what? I'm going to have to end this live feed. But I do appreciate y'all being here. Let's see what's going on. 76. Thank you all for the 10 for the thumbs up. 89 now? Wow, that jumped fast. I'm going to be ending the live stream. I'm going to go get a little bit of coffee and some lunch. And then I'm going to come back for the first round of Sportsman qualifying. So go ahead and hit the subscribe and the notification bell if you want to know when I go live again. It'll be in about what, boys? About an hour? In about an hour. So at 2 p.m., I'll be going live, about an hour and a half away. I'll be going live again. I'm going to go ahead and walk by the writers' meeting anyway, because I did get at least one thumbs up. There's 80 people in here. It's not too late to hit the thumbs up. I just moved my hand for the first time in 67 minutes, and my index finger was actually, it had fallen asleep from holding my phone. Oh my goodness. Well, things have quieted down. Usually the writers' meeting is over at the AMRA trailer. That's, they've got fuel bikes staged. Why do they have fuel bikes staged? I'll go over there and show you all the fuel bikes, okay? There's 70 people in here. You're going to get a treat. We're going to get up close and personal with some fuel bikes. Try to make it not quite so bumpy. I'm walking on two legs. I have a stabilizer in this phone, but it's not excellent. Here you go, little boy. Thank you. Just handing him back that paper. Oh, that gold fleck bike is back for the writers' meeting. More people showing up on golf cars. Here we go. Now, in this grass yesterday, the boys found, how many thousands of dollars did you find? They found a bunch of
$100 bills.
$100 bills. They found so much.
10,000.
$10,000 worth?
No.
10,500 in $100 bills, just floating around on the grass. It was actually kind of fun because we were out looking for pocket change that had fallen out of people's pockets because I'm weird. We were under the bleachers because that's the best place to find money, in my opinion, except a liquor store parking lot. That's another good place to find money.
He found one, and then when I was walking down to the bathroom, I found one.
You found one? Now, I found a real $100 bill once in a hospital room. That was kind of fun. I gave it back to the guy. I put word out at the nurse's station. If someone says they lost money, I found it, and they're like, how much? And I said, the person who lost it will know how much. Boys, don't get in front of me because I don't want you on film. Okay, so we're going to come over here. Just look at these bikes. The person who lost it will know how much money it is. Just send them down. My daughter had just had her appendix removed, and it was behind the door, this folded up $100 bill. Sure enough, this guy shows up and he says, did you find some money? I said, yeah, how much? He goes, $100? I said, yeah, here. And he puts it in his pocket, and I said, is that by any chance the pocket it was in? Samu is here. I thought my husband said Samu wasn't here. Samu is here. Okay, I thought I recognized that bike. Finland is in the house.
All right, well, it's quiet here. We'll put out some
There we
important
go.
information for you, keep
There
you
we
up to stuff on
go.
what's
Good
going on.
deal. I like
And,
seeing
we're
that.
doing a
Samu loves our dog.
track for about 3:30 and getting things ready for the fuel
cool.
bikes. We've got a half a dozen or so.
Wow. Let's get out of the staging lanes.
Once they complete their testing, it's drivers meeting will commence.
Oh, they're
And
going
when
to
the
do, I get
drivers
to do
meeting is
this.
commencing,
Oh, okay. I'm not going away, guys. Now's a good time to share this with your friends. They're going to be doing test and tune with the fuel bikes in a few minutes. I'm going to put in my earplugs because, hello, these make the ground vibrate and they make my body sad.
When I call you out,
Oh,
I'm not following you 2 lanes. I'm just putting out the lane assignments. Eliminator, you're going to be headed for 2. Hot Street, you'll be headed to 3. Super Pro 1030, you're going to be for lane 4. Street Bagger, you will be in 5. The Super Eliminator 1150 class, you will be in lane 3. Top Eliminator 930, your lane is 4. Pro Eliminator 1090 class, your lane will be 5. Super Gas 990. You will be in lane 3. Then there'll be some track prep, and then we'll get into our pro classes, which you run in a reverse order on Saturday. It goes modified, pro bagger, pro outlaw, pro fuel, nitro funny bike, and then top fuel. And I'll give you those lane assignments at that time. But again, right now, what we're doing is we are taking some time to prep the track and get ready for these nitro bikes to come out, make some noise, make a few test fits. We have a licensing run to accommodate out there as well. And that's where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. But for those of you who are here for the nitro, make your way to the stands or a suitable viewing area at this time. Got about a half dozen nitro bikes on there. Before we do that, how about some happy birthday shout outs? Jeff Wilson, 87 to E-Class. Happy birthday, dude. Tony Carlos, 26. Kristen Moore. Happy birthday. Concession stand is open again. Let me show it to you.
something happened and the knife just kind of flew out. Nitro flew out. And yeah, so all over the ship and you can have some police looking spots.
Attention to this, racer in need. A rocker stand. We've got a broken rocker stand here for Mr. Altman. He's in need of a rocker stand. If you've got a Evo or a Sporty, and you've got a rocker stand that you could part with, if there's some way you can help us get them out. See stuff in Mr. Holden. He's got a cracked stand there. Got to replace that.
Okay, truck tech has begun. We've got an alien in that. See that? Drag racing is even good for aliens.
See stuff.
We'll definitely put it in this crowd, but we'll say
It's on the list. So this new one.
that's exciting. For those of you who hung out, thank you. 56 in the room, good deal. I'm in Michigan at US 131 Motorsports Park. Let me know where you're from. I saw it. Finland. And I apologize. I said that the brother wasn't here, but they're here. Huh? You had a full Rico here. You got a Michigan in the house. We are Tennessee. We've got some Marylanders with us. A little bit of downtime, even the wind is taking the break. I don't usually watch the fuel lights because I'm down to scale in the rooms. Even during qualifying, I'm down there. I never get to see the fuel lights go because I'm always at the other end of the truck. That's where the fuel lights go. It is a spectator sport. The truck. I wish I had brought one of those little bottles of Powerade or whatever that stuff is. That alien cracks me up. I saw that this morning. That's something I would do that would embarrass my husband so badly. That's for real. I'm trying to think of what I have. Because when I was a kid, my dad found a mannequin somewhere. We used to dress it up and just stand it around our house in random places. We had this mannequin, and she was dressed in different clothes. Put it in the elevator. Oh no! So this young man sitting next to me said his teacher got a mannequin from a student, and he used to scare people with it by putting it in the elevator. And in the closet in his classroom? Yeah. And just send somebody to the closet to get something and the mannequin was in there? That's hilarious. That's my kind of teacher. I like that. 45 people in here. Thank you for the 10 that gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you want to give me a thumbs down, that's okay. I do check my analytics about once every 5 or 6 years, and I see all of the tens of thumbs down that I've gotten over the years. So it doesn't ever hurt my feelings because I really only check the thumbs down every once in a while. It doesn't affect me at all. But you're welcome to do it. If this isn't your gig, they might be done with track prep. He was just testing the only word I have for it is stickiness. Tackiness, I guess, is another word. Traction? Traction. That's a word.
Okay, we are getting close to fire up time here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get some
It's
light
gonna rock and roll. Holy cow.
get your natural fix. Sanu Kapanen of Finland is getting ready to fire up one of the Chris Stewart Top Fuel Harley racing bikes.
Love it.
Sanu, a very experienced veteran flyer from across the pond who's here in the USA racing for Chris Stewart. Chris did well to hire him into his program.
That is not Sammy's bike. I know he can't send his bike. It's been pushed up his time.
Top Fuel Harley will be coming your way shortly.
I'm so happy. Now, what I used to do is hand out water bottles to all the top fuel riders at the end of the track, and some others. Because when you've been out there in the sun on a hot day and all your weather, you get really, really hot. And by the time they coast to a stop and start cooling off their engines, they appreciate a bottle of cold water. So I used to hand all the riders or offer them a bottle of water. Now I'm at the scale, so I don't get to see any of the top fuel riders because they don't stop at the scale. There's still water down there, but they have to get it themselves. Okay, I'm hearing those. You guys hearing it?
Nice, Top Fuel. Nitro Harley Thunder coming your way.
I'm right behind the freaking flagpole. I've got to move.
Dallas, I'm starting to wait. Motorcycles. That presentation on that wheel bar, it tells you all you can do. Industrial lights carbureted, direct drive, no transmission involved. First Nitro bike for a test session, it's got way down the left lane. Al Dallas gives him the heads up, he's supposed to go to place. Keeps the guy in his lane looking good there. So for a licensing run, that is certainly a successful pass. That bike is looking good in the shutdown area up there. He went 890 at 152 miles an hour. Kept it powered up past 660. Bike looked very good in that pass.
We got spectators out now. They like to see this.
AMA director, great ball. Gives a thumbs up to the crew. Chris Stewart Racing. The Top Fuel Harley and Sanu Company. Sanu all the way from Denver, Finland. We take those things very seriously here in the USA. Let me tell you. You know, our friends from across the pond are watching. Nice healthy program. He was not shy about that. That was a good one.
He loves my dog, so I.
And something is not right when they shut the bike off immediately.
Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, looking very carefully on the right side. Yeah,
He's walking away from his.
then we'll grab some water. Something got into his eyes. Quite possibly nitromethane. There's a bit of a mock crew hitting the spot on the track there. Again, this is the sign of a experienced pilot and racer. As soon as something's not right, shut the bike off. Shut her down safely, and then proceed as needed. So we've got a cleanup by the mock crew.
We're just talking about it. And how much it burns. But that, oh, Oh, yeah, it looks like he did, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm trying to see what Frank is doing. He looks
Okay, so while they attend Sutton's fight, Jordan Peterson is ready to fire next. Also part of the Chris Stewart Racing contingent.
right lane, because the left lane's got to work. Something going on. Probably full court something.
All right, Greg is giving the fire order. And Jordan Peterson, Jason Joe, and the team are firing it up there. Romine Racing all over that place, ready to race to the line. Jack Romine is working his way up to the starting line right now. Place Jordan gets ready to perform in the turnout. Jordan Peterson currently number one in the point. He's also in the number 3 spot in top 2. Jason Joe gives it a break. He's going to move forward and make sure he's ready to go. Okay, Jack Post is right on the well, I told you so as soon as he realizes that tire breaks loose, which is instantaneously, he gets right off the throttle right away. It is very, very necessary with a top fuel motorcycle that if the tire breaks loose, if they get out of that throttle as quickly as possible. And the reason for that is if the tire is not hooked to the racetrack, that the load is not there on the motor. If the load's not on the motor, that means you've got a lot of fluid passing through the cylinders that's unburnt, and you do not want that with a top fuel motorcycle. That's how cylinder heads go skyward. So the moment the thing loses traction, they're going to get out of that throttle quick. Great job of driving there. And it's pretty impressive that the motorcycle launch raised the tire and had to be shut off right away, and it still went 740. All right, the next Nitro flight up here. This is Brian Conley. Again, on one of the Christopher Racing bikes. This is the Pro Fuel bike. There he gets going out of the line. His dad front on the side on the right side. And I think we've got Christopher down there playing Brian here on the side line. Well, seeing the veteran racing, making sure that everybody is right where they need to be, just making the alignment adjustments to really guys. Now the bike is lined up correctly. You can drive a bike forward. Brian hits it out of the hole and drives on the rest of the way down the racetrack. Everything looks nice and straight and in the groove there. So the initial 3 bikes of Stewart Racing are now on the racetrack.
Quite a good spectators. A lot of people came out probably here for qualifying's been moved back. They're a little bit early. They're catching just the team. Of course, people are going to come out and campground, even if they're here with their team, just to see the top floor lights. Or to go on that, go out starting. Like, families like my kids sort of I hear it and I see it, but I don't know if I'm hearing what I'm seeing. I'm pretty sure that sound just like the car. It's not. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Hi, this is Mr. Spence. And this is his first time ever on a field bike. He does have first off motorcycle experience, so he knows his first experience out on the track on a motorcycle. He will make the hit, shut it out quickly, and coast. Makes the go on the left side, like Roman to the right, keeps the profile on the bike. Jack Roman and help you put it in sequence. All right, Casey is letting me know that he's going to go. All right, so that's and it's a new racer like this. I've never raced in class before. They are required by the rules to make a quick hit shot it off the coast. It starts like that, and then they go for the 3:30 clock, and then the 8th mile, and then a 1,000-foot pole, and then they move on to a full pole. It's done in steps, done in stages. That's all part of the licensing procedure.
He's got to go through all the steps to get his license.
Attention to the pitch, you've got that racers driver meeting coming up shortly. Be ready for that, please.
The writers meeting coming up, so I guess we're not going to get some of these lights out there again. They're still working on it. I can see them racing on it literally right now. I'm zoomed in pretty far. It's hard to tell, and it's jumping in a lot. Trying to get Sammy's bike up and running again. I don't know if they're going to make a pass or if they're just getting it ready for I really don't know what's going on. There's nobody in my ear telling me anything. Just an earplug. Blocking out a lot of noise. Okay, they're moving Sammy's bike up toward the starting line. They're going to do this again. They got whatever it was that came loose. I'm assuming it was some kind of a. The words have left my brain. A line of something to do with the.
All right, Senator Covenant had to abort his run earlier due to some mechanical difficulty, something on the bike, which they were able to clear up in the staging lane. So they are pulled the plugs out of the motor, spun the motor over, cleared all the nitro out of it, brought it back to zero, put a fresh set of plugs in, and are getting ready to refire Senator's bike.
Okay, they literally rinsed
He
that
is
thing
once
right
again
there,
going
just outside the staging.
to move
That's
forward to
amazing.
prepare for a pass in the left lane. When you see the track members out there testing the track for traction,
Testing it right now for traction. That's
what they're doing is they have a torque meter that they put down on the racetrack, and there's a standard to that. For example, the rubber pad that's underneath his feet that he steps on that, given size, given amount of torque, tells us how much traction the track has. And that's what they're doing with the traction. Meanwhile, back in Waterbox, it's kind of lively. Donald Kevin, Dante Finland. Very well. He's pulling ahead of the normal with the straight to Jack Roman behind him. Getting him the behind him and the but I mean, he's seen a return to the right group. He's only when he's doing like the two. Getting it's a good number, 650 or 196. And the bike was able to do that effortlessly.
Okay, is it right meeting? Okay, so we're gonna go to the Nitro casket, that will probably be the
There are 70 people in here. 12 from Justin.
All right. Well done there by Mr. Captain and team. We are ready to move on with our program here. So the drivers meeting is coming up next here. All y'all know about the drivers meeting and what you need to do if a particular racing pilot cannot make it to the drivers meeting because the motorcycle activity or whatever, or a representative of the team should be present at the drivers meeting. The drivers meeting is going to happen followed immediately by Sportsman Class Q1. All right, we've got a few questions from the test and we're going to put it out right now. Bossy, this way up to the center line. So check one of ours is there. Yep. Yeah, got the heavyweight AMRA classes. Two bikes. All right. Time trial. Made their way down the racetrack, and we are getting ready for our drivers meeting. Each team, your driver, your pilot, at the drivers meeting, you cannot have your pilot at the meeting. Set a representative down to the AMRA registration center. Look at this drivers meeting. Assignments and classes that go short.
83 people in here. I'll be back in an hour. I'll be back in about 2 hours. If you want to, actually, you know what? I'm going to come back for qualifying. I'll be back in about 45 minutes. Go ahead and drive and then I'll be there for the first round qualifying. I won't be able to be there for the first round. I'll be there for the first round. So, I'll be there for the first round. So, I don't know. It'll get